In order to create an alternative tourism and holiday city to Sharm el-Sheikh, the Egyptian government and local and foreign investors have enabled the city to develop significantly, especially in recent years. Despite its relatively dangerous geography, Hurghada is a very safe city, thanks to the efforts of the Egyptian government for security. Today, the city is a popular holiday destination attracted by the whole world, especially Europeans. In November 2023, almost the entire urban environment is filled with abandoned ruined buildings and constructions. Excessive environmental pollution threatens human health. With its mild weather, almost year-round sunshine, long beaches, sunshine and exquisite coral reefs, the Red Sea city of Hurghada is truly one of the most outstanding tourist cities in Egypt and the world and an important tourist center for Egypt. However, we would like to say that we should not go without mentioning the many negativities that overshadow all these beauties, even as if to tell the tourists who come to visit them not to come again. Hurghada streets and avenues are falling apart due to neglect, and all kinds of waste and cigarette butts thrown randomly on the ground endanger human health. In short, everything in the name of cleanliness has been destroyed. The concept of municipalism does not exist in this city and in almost all Egyptian cities. Thousands of local and foreign tourists. Its natural islands are a pristine environment for a variety of rare flora and fauna. Hurghada, while the land offers the perfect environment to enjoy recreational sports such as hunting and fishing, its methods of ripping off tourists are quite advanced. You have to be a hard bargainer as soon as you set foot in Hurghada and Egyptian cities. Despite the price of 5 units offered to you, you will gain victory with 2 units by bargaining. Major tourist attractions near the city include Soma Bay, Makadi Bay and Sal Hashish. Shops in the city sell various souvenirs such as works of art, copper pots and pharaoh paintings. You will often come across adults and children persistently selling you beads around restaurants and stores, and you will just ignore them. The city's economy is mainly based on tourism and complementary activities, and is also the main source of income for the population. However, urban people have not yet fully grasped this and are trying to deter the tourists. People are ignorant, uneducated and very lacking in environmental awareness. Tourists spend time during the day swimming at city beaches, basking in the sun on the Red Sea coast or snorkeling. They spend time at night in nightclubs, especially in El Gona. Located on the shores of the Red Sea, Hurghada is the second largest city in Egypt. It was founded in the early 20th century. Hurghada, which until a few years ago was a small fishing village, has become a leading seaside resort on the Red Sea, having been continuously expanded by Egyptian and foreign investors since the 1980s. While resorts and hotels offer water sports opportunities for sailors, yachtsmen, scuba divers and snorkelers, they also provide an environment for commercial profit. Hurghada is known for its water sports activities, nightlife and warm weather. Daily temperatures hover around 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, throughout most of the year. Many Europeans, especially Germans, Russians and Italians, spend their Christmas and New Year holidays in this city. While Hurghada extends approximately 36 kilometers along the sea coast, it does not extend into the surrounding desert. Hurghada is divided into 3 parts. El Daha, which is the city center and reflects the pristine values of Egyptian culture, is the old part. Sakala is a relatively modest hotel district in the city center. The Causeway, which is El Mamshar, is the modern part. Daha is where the town's largest market, post office and intercity bus terminal are located. The town of Al-Daha, Sakala, where magnificence and modernity prevail, and Sal Hashish, a paradise for shopping, are the most beautiful areas of Hurghada. In the city of Hurghada, a city in the Red Sea province of Egypt, the El Gona region, which hosts dozens of magnificent hotels, hundreds of restaurants and shops, is part of the Hurghada development project. Located on the Red Sea coast, 600 kilometers south of Cairo, transportation to Hurghada is provided by connecting or non-stop flights from Turkey. Direct flights take approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes from Antalya. The city is served by Hurghada International Airport, which has scheduled passenger traffic providing direct connections to Cairo and various cities in Europe. The real beauty of Hurghada is that although it is one of the most attractive sea sand sun holiday destinations in the world, the prices are quite affordable. Even in magnificent resorts, it is possible to stay at much cheaper prices than in other parts of the world. You can eat at hundreds of restaurants, enjoy the nightlife that lasts until the first light of the morning, and find shopping opportunities for every budget, from world brands to local brands. With beaches, water sports, night entertainment, desert safaris and museums, it is difficult to even realize how time passes in Hurghada. Therefore, you can enjoy the city with a holiday of at least 4 days. Hurghada is home to several Islamic and Coptic settlements, as well as a variety of natural, environmental landmarks. These complexes are natural landmarks and resorts of the city. Mother Nature has not been very generous to Hurghada and the whole of Egypt. In fact, it has been very generous in the past, but over time, everything in the name of natural greenery has been plundered by local and invading people. As a result, the entire country of Egypt, including Hurghada, became completely deserted. Except for the Nile River basin, no existence is seen in the name of green nature. Although they are called natural places, they do not mean green areas. Soma Bay is a tourist resort located 6 kilometers from the northern tip of Hurghada. The facility covers an area of 13 million square meters. It includes a wide range of hotels, villas and sports, treatment and recreation facilities with urban planning and architectural design that integrates with the nature of the environment, with a European touch. Hotels include Palm Royal Soma Bay, La Residence des Cascades, Robinson Club, Sheraton Kempinski, and Caribbean World Resort Soma Bay, which includes a golf course. In contrast, there are many abandoned hotels and other types of construction in ruins. Ruined buildings turn main streets into piles of rubble and dust. Hurghada and the whole of Egypt can be visited in any season, but you have to rely entirely on your ability to withstand the heat. Although the city is great for summer holidays, very extreme temperatures prevail between June and August. While the sky is always blue and sunny in this climate, the time to swim in the sea is quite long. If you are not resistant to extreme heat, it would be better to time your Hurghada trip in the spring. In Makadi Bay, the tourist resort is located 35 kilometers south of Hurghada. With its year-round shining sun and wide white sand beach, Makadi Bay is a perfect holiday destination, especially for cruises, as it contains a select group of luxury hotels, resorts and restaurants offering high-end services, including Asian, French and Italian dishes are offered. Coral reefs contain magnificent natural beauty. This basin dive site contains dense coral reef forests and a variety of fish such as the rare hammerhead shark, jackfish, tuna and barracuda. The reefs in this area form two coral towers that adorn the water surface. The underwater valley between both towers is approximately 16 meters deep, making it a favorite area for both amateur and experienced divers. The Abu Ramada Natural Aquarium area attracts attention with its relatively shallow and very flat waters. The area is full of amazing aquatic life such as jackfish, barracuda and coral reef shark tuna. The narrow and quiet reefs accessible from Al Fanadir, Al Gona are an ideal practice natural reef area for both deep dives and recreational diving. The eastern part of Al Fanadir is the choice of divers as it is protected by fine coral reefs abundant with various fish such as pipefish, stonefish and sea scorpionfish, hammerfish, frogfish. Sal Hashish Resort, operated by the Egyptian Tourist Resorts Association, covers an area of 32 million square meters. It consists of 1,530 hotel rooms, 679 residences with more than 6,000 rooms, and 6,000 units expected to be completed in the future. The facility also has an open-air theatre where musical concerts of the best singers are held and thousands of fans attend. There is The Dunes, a work of art created in March 1997 on an area of approximately 55,000 square meters. Magawish Resort Magawish Gifton Island, located 7.5 kilometers south of Hurghada, is known for its fine sandy beaches and quiet pristine waters. Covering an area of 850,000 square meters, Magawish Tourist Village is the oldest village in Hurghada. It offers a variety of tourist and recreational activities such as diving, surfing and horse riding. The island of El Gifton is located 11 kilometers from Hurghada. With an area of more than 16 square kilometers, El Gifton is the most developing tourist area of Hurghada. It is an important area for deep and surface diving. It is also the main source of income for the Red Sea's natural reserves and the only reserve to which tourists are allowed access. It contains different ecosystems, a variety of plants, and a wide variety of coral reefs. It is the habitat of many rare marine animals and birds in danger of extinction. Turtles, especially eagle-eyed nestlings, are found in the northern and southern regions. Abu Minkar Island, which we did not have the opportunity to go and shoot, dates back to the prehistoric Eocene period, that is, at least 33 million years ago. The island is characteristic for its thick rocks and rare geological formations. The island takes its name, which means beak-shaped, in Arabic, from its general shape. Since its eastern edge is a sand cape extending towards the sea, it almost resembles a bird's beak. Although relatively small, the island is one of the most ecologically important islands in the northern Red Sea due to its abundance of coral reefs. Many parts of the island are used for diving, swimming and fishing. In addition, the island serves as a resting area for many migratory bird species such as seagulls and herons. Elba, which includes Elba Mountain 3 kilometers east of Hurghada, is an island within the Northern Nature Reserve. The island is the richest area in terms of mangroves and other dense saline plants, covering approximately a quarter of its 30-hectare size. In some areas, there are at least 400 mature trees per hectare, some over 5 meters high. Shadwan Island, also known as Shaker Island, features a coral reef island teeming with fine groups of dolphins as well as many species of fish, including white and grey tip reef sharks and eagle-beaked turtles. Wadi al-Hamamat, that is, the Valley of the Baths, is 35 kilometers from Hurghada. This is the bed of an ancient, dried river that is now a winding route across the eastern desert. In the Middle Ages, it was used as a trade route. Remains from this period can still be seen today in the quarries and ruins of workers' huts on the north side of the road. On the south side, there are now hundreds of hieroglyphic panels showing the missions sent by the pharaohs. Subtropical desert climate prevails in Hurghada city. It can be said that the city has two seasonal characteristics. The months considered to be winter and autumn are mild, spring and summer are hot, and some months are extremely hot. Additionally, rainfall is rare in the city all year round. In Hurghada, the duration of sunlight is quite long at all times of the year. Winter and autumn, December to February and October to November, are mild in the city. There is almost no rainfall in either season. The sky is usually clear. The average temperature between December and February is 16 degrees. However, especially in January, which is the coldest month, night temperatures can drop to 5 degrees. October is warmer than autumn and winter. The average temperature is 25 degrees. Spring and summer semesters last from the beginning of April to the end of September. The average temperature in April is 24 degrees. Between March and May, dry and hot winds can cause sandstorms. The hottest month in the city is July, with an average temperature of 31 degrees. In July and August, temperatures can reach up to 40 to 45 degrees. August is the month with the longest days, with an average temperature of 28 degrees, the highest water temperature and 13 hours of daylight. September is the rainiest month. The best time to visit Hurghada can be considered as April, May, October or November. By going during these months, you can enjoy the sea and the city without being overwhelmed by the extreme summer heat. In Hurghada, the sea water temperature is an average of 25 degrees in these months. If you want to enjoy the sun to the fullest or are interested in long dives, August will be the best option. Hurghada, one of the most demanded cities of the Red Sea, welcomes thousands of tourists every year with its magnificent beaches and crystal-clear sea. Hurghada, one of the rare tourist destinations where you can swim in many months of the year, is a center where many international chain companies invest. With its great location on the edge of the Red Sea, a wide variety of water activities can be done, from windsurfing to deep-sea fishing. Additionally, activities that shed light on desert life, such as Bedouin life and desert safaris, also attract a lot of attention. When purchasing a tour in advance, you can buy a much cheaper package online, not from tour companies, but from local businesses that offer very different prices. Tour company guides or contracted local guides shorten the main places to visit, impose fraudulent methods on the areas they choose, organize trips to unnecessary places in order to collect tips and commissions, and distract people from the main purpose. They did the same to us, so we couldn't fully record the many historical sites we were supposed to shoot in, such as the Cairo Museum in Luxor, the Ramses Temple Tomb and the Giza Necropolis. Unfortunately, tour companies do not show such negativities and advertise very ostentatiously, just to avoid losing customers. Never trust tour companies, it is very easy to do it all yourself. For example, never attempt to buy accommodation in Hurghada and travel to distant surroundings, namely Cairo and Luxor. Whichever city you are going to visit, research all of them and buy accommodation according to how long you will stay in that city. When you follow this rule, you will see that your trip to Egypt will cost very cheap. Hurghada, which combines the clean sea of the Red Sea with the ancient Egyptian heritage and is one of the most attractive tourism centers in the Middle East, is located 600 kilometers south of Cairo. It became a separate Egyptian holiday center, as well known as Sharm el-Sheikh, with the full support of the Egyptian government, only after the 1980s. Although Hurghada, like other Egyptian holiday destinations, uses its sea, desert and history advantages to the fullest to offer a wonderful holiday to the tourists visiting the region, with the excessive environmental pollution that threatens human health and the culture of cheating tourists, they lose all their tourism revenues. We'll reduce it to zero in the near future. If you wish, you can enjoy the sparkling sea or take diving training and explore underwater. Or you can even join tours about desert and Bedouin life and go on a safari in the desert. Do not forget to bargain when purchasing Bedouin and desert tour packages. Since there is no monopolization yet, there is no fixed price. It doesn't matter whether you're looking for a romantic couple trip or a peaceful destination for family fun. Hurghada, one of the holiday paradises of Egypt, is one of the most beautiful destinations in the world that can be preferred for summer holidays. There are fascinating beaches in the city, which surrounds the untouched shores of the Red Sea. Moreover, the beauty of Hurghada is not limited to the earth. As you go deeper into the Red Sea, a brand new life begins. In these waters, you can encounter countless fish species and different marine creatures, and wander among the stunning coral reefs. For the unique history of underwater, you can visit the city's famous shipwrecks. The magnificent eastern desert in the city, many important museums, historical churches and mosques, the magnificent streets that make up the city and streets specific to Egyptian culture, all impress people greatly. Environmental pollution is the primary problem in all of them. There is no regular and developed public transportation system in Hurghada. Urban transportation is provided by taxis or small white minibuses. Apart from these, it is also possible to rent a car from the airport or the city center. There are also very affordable buses that run daily to Luxor, Cairo and the Sinai Peninsula. The most convenient means of transportation for tourists in the city are taxis. It is possible to find taxis all over the city 24 hours a day. Prices are quite affordable compared to Turkey. In any case, wherever you walk, a taxi is right behind or in front of you, honking its horn and asking you to come. Taxi prices vary between £20 Egyptian and £50 Egyptian depending on the distance you travel. The biggest problem with taxis is that drivers want to deceive tourists. Although there is a taximeter, drivers generally do not use it. Therefore, you should definitely agree on the price before getting into the taxi. It would also be better to choose drivers who speak at least a little English, or at least show your destination on the map. It's best to go with Uber. You can also find white minibuses on the streets of the city, although they are few in number. These minibuses, mostly used by locals, do not have a specific route. They depart from Titanic Aqua Park and proceed through Sakala and Dahar Square. However, they stay wherever you want. Although the prices are quite cheap, drivers still try to deceive tourists. It is useful to bargain and be careful. You can go from the airport to the city center by taxi in about 10 to 15 minutes. Since the distance is short, the fare costs around $3 to $4 at most, but you should bargain with the taxi drivers. There are many shopping options in Hurghada, one of Egypt's new favorites. There are many options in the city, from stores of the world's most famous brands to stores selling local Egyptian products. In addition to huge shopping malls where you can find all kinds of products, Hurghada also has lively shopping streets and local open-air markets. In short, you can find something suitable for you, regardless of your budget, in the city where you can enjoy shopping. Bargaining is quite common and valid in the city. In this context, be sure to bargain before buying anything, especially in local stores and markets, so that you can buy the product much cheaper. Senzo Mall, one of the most popular shopping malls in the city, is also the largest shopping mall in the Red Sea region. Senzo Mall has world brands, restaurants, cafes and markets. It is possible to reach it with a 10-minute taxi ride from the city center. Cleopatra Center is located on Sheraton Street, a location you can easily reach from the city center. It is possible to come across many well-known brands here. In Sakala, the modern part of the city, there is a shopping center called Esplanade Mall. Sheraton Street is one of the liveliest shopping spots in the city. In addition to well-known world brands, there are also many stores selling local products on the street. Particularly, textile products, bags and various jewelry are very interesting. Since prices are fixed in most stores here, you do not have much chance of bargaining. However, if you buy too much, don't forget to try your luck. Hurghada Marina Boulevard is an area where you can find luxury shops of the fashion world and Egypt. Especially boutiques selling designer products are interesting. New Marina Bazaar, one of the city's popular open-air markets with souvenirs and local shops as well as luxury stores, is also located in this region. You can find souvenirs such as stylish beach towels, decorated mussel shells, authentic hookahs, perfumes, silver and gold works, as well as local vegetables and spices. Fish market is a must-visit place, especially for seafood lovers. This market contains all kinds of local fish fished from the Red Sea and many different seafood. Considered the old part of the city, Al-Dahar hosts many local shops, as befits its reputation. It is possible to find many affordable products here, especially products specific to the city. Try to bargain, as bargaining is valid in almost every store. There is a 1-hour time difference between Egypt, GMT +2, and Turkey, GMT +3. Hurghada is 1 hour behind Turkey. Arabic is used as the official language in Hurghada. With its coral reef terraces occurring at altitudes between 35 and 1 meter above current sea level, the Red Sea is one of the most important repositories of marine biodiversity in the entire world, due to its unique marine ecosystem with characteristic marine habitats. The Red Sea, which provides income to Hurghada, offers a deep blue paradise. It attracts tourists from all over the world with its unique reefs and various underwater wrecks. In this region, which offers unique opportunities for diving such as sunken ships and coral reefs, you can explore the depths by immersing yourself in the deep blue waters. If you want, you can also see other islands in the surrounding area with boat tours. Hurghada Red Sea coast, its ecosystem has not been well evaluated. Although the Egyptian government, in cooperation with the private sector, initiated the accelerated development of Hurghada in the early 1980s, the construction of tourist resort communities that required the establishment of infrastructure did not serve the real purpose. Already, in the absence of mandatory environmental roles, the demand for such facilities has led property owners to implement landfilling and dredging to level, pave and widen the beach to build swimming pools, marinas and other recreational facilities. However, the often unfinished infrastructure has, on the contrary, spoiled the original nature of the field. It has caused damage to the marine ecosystem and especially destruction of coral reef communities. Although the Egyptian government has enacted the necessary laws to regulate and save the coastal ecosystem, they have not been implemented. In particular, no sensitivity has been shown to preserve the remains of such unique rocks within the coastal ecosystem from the south of Hurghada to the Egypt-Sudan borders. The Red Sea is the northernmost tropical sea in the world. Egypt's Red Sea coastal plain has attracted the attention of many researchers since the 19th century. Geologically, the older coral reefs at the margins of the Red Sea and Sinai, Egypt, the Red Sea and Gulf of Aqaba regions, including coastal and island margins, consist of approximately 1,500 kilometers of coral reefs. An 800-kilometer section of these reefs stretches only along the coast from Hurghada to the Egypt-Sudan borders. Drowned reefs are at depths of 10 meters and more above sea level. The Red Sea coastal plain is covered mainly by Miocene and later sediments. Pre-Miocene rocks have a very limited distribution. The layers dip regionally eastwards towards the sea, with several northwest-southeast trending faults. The coast is divided by a number of wide and wonderful valleys extending from the high hills and extending eastward towards the Red Sea with the characteristic silicy clastic beach. It has an extraordinary range of biodiversity and endemism. Coral reefs, mangroves and seagrasses in the Red Sea, which is the habitat of more than 1,000 invertebrate species and more than 1,200 fish species, represent the resources of tourism, a place frequented by different temperaments and hobbies. The protected area consists of 21 islands, located in shallow waters not exceeding 100 meters in depth and covering an area of approximately 1,992 square kilometers, with scattered seagrass clusters, mangroves and more than 1,000 live coral species, echinoderms, mollusks, crustaceans, fish, reptiles, birds and mammals. It consists of sensitive coastal ecosystems such as objects. The northern Red Sea Islands are very important strategic areas due to their exceptional geographical location overlooking the Gopal Strait, the southern entrance to the Gulf, and the Suez Canal. Although such resources encouraged the Egyptian government to support investments, especially in touristic activities, in the coastal plain of the Red Sea, the desired results were not achieved due to excessive environmental pollution. The growth of coastal urban areas in Hurghada has posed a number of threats to habitats along the nearby coastline, necessitating infrastructure such as the construction of tourist facilities, ports, airports, and mining for construction materials in reef areas. With the laws controlling and regulating the activities of such structures dysfunctional, no intensive research has been conducted into the expected dangers that such a large number of tourists from different countries may face. These dangers are the effects of heavy human pressure on the natural resources of this untouched region by investors or tourists. Anthropogenic changes brought about by the construction of holiday villages have made the need for wide beaches that can accommodate the activities of tourists unhealthy. Such hazards include damage related to diving sports and fishing, as well as damage to coral reefs due to the construction of beach facilities and extensions, including swimming pools and marinas with significant boat moorings. Oil spills, sewage, phosphate pollution, garbage and litter of water bottles and plastic bags represent the different pollution patterns threatening Hurghada's coast.